Good morning. We're heading out west of Columbus. It's the second season here in Wisconsin, and got some turkeys to the north here. Let's see what we can do. First light, we're sitting in a corner piece of the field. Right away, we heard them gobbling off to the right or to the east, or to the west, excuse me, and did some pretty aggressive calling, and they flew down, but they kind of worked behind us, and seemed interested, but not interested enough to come across the creek that we're sitting our back against. Finally, they flew across the creek and came through the woods and came out into our field, but it was good 100 yards away from where we're sitting. The flock worked out into the field and did some more calling, and the toms seemed to hang out farther back and did an excellent job of calling the hens in. We had one hen probably 5-10 yards in front of me and was squawking away at us. There's one dominant tom and then 4 or 5 jakes out in the field, plus a handful of hens that were out on the field working in front of us. It's kind of comical watching the dominant tom chase the jakes around. I just kept calling, and all I managed to call in was this hen, and that hoping that the rest of the flock would come with this hen, this boss hen, and bring the tom in. But it wasn't made to happen. The toms and the jakes hung up probably still about 175 yards away from where we're sitting. We've been calling for a while. The birds kind of worked in, kind of worked out, kind of come in and out. And you know, it's one of those days where whatever you seem to do, it didn't work. They seemed less and less interested in coming into the call, and figured it was just one of those days we wouldn't ever get a chance to shoot a tom. You know, you have one of those days where you just figure it isn't going to happen, and that as the birds are working farther away from us, and Tom and I were kind of talking our next plan of attack here in the morning, and the birds are far enough away so I could actually get up and stretch my legs, and behind us was the corner of a drainage ditch. So I thought I'd just sneak below the ditch and stretch my legs. And when I got up to look, all of a sudden across the way, saw this tom. When I was standing there and saw this bird, I knew it was a big tom, and I saw the hen that he was strutting for, and at first I thought he saw me, but I just froze, and he kept strutting, so I knew he didn't see me, so I just kind of sank down and sat down and snuck back to where I was sitting. When first the hen flew over, then I thought for sure that the tom should follow, because there can't be, unless there's a bunch of hens back there, that he'd come across with her. And sure enough, he came flying over and landed probably 20 yards in front of us. As soon as he landed and was working towards us for a few seconds, all of a sudden he thought he saw something that didn't look right, so he started to turn and luckily didn't fly off, but started to run. So probably about 50 yards, I took a poke at him and rolled him right there. Yeah, we got out here early, had a flock come in on our right side, worked away from us. Then we all of a sudden went to look to get across the bridge, and this is the Silent Tom across the bridge. He came over and got a nice shot at a nice two-bearded tom.